Yeah, we just talked about reconnection, and I'm curious about the facts. How can we reconnect us?
Well, there are many ways we can do this. The primary technique, of course, is the well tried and tested method of meditation. But when we talk about meditation, there are, of course, many ways to meditate.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I meditate for, I think, 25 years. So
Yeah.
what's new about it, what you're telling? Is there a new approach or what?
There's nothing new under the sun. It's just the way that we reconnect back to that sun.
The way we reconnect back to the sun.
There are many labyrinthian paths back to
what's
Rome,
your
so
way?
to speak.
What's your way?
Right. Okay. So I've always been an adherent of course, present moment awareness.
Yeah.
That's very important. And you might say that the mind is actually one of our great enemies. It's a great tool, but it's certainly not something which we should immerse ourselves in too much, because it blocks ourselves from our true connection to things. So too much thoughts, too much jumbling, space junk in the mind is not a very useful thing to have if you're going to enter into true meditative states.
What's your tool of meditation?
As I said, present moment awareness is the key to it.
And you promote in a moment a 5-minute meditation.
Yes.
Why just a 5-minute meditation?
Well, it's a great way to get people into it, let's put it that way, because you're
Okay.
not really sacrificing. It's a bit of a trick, yeah. So you're not really sacrificing too much to say, hey, for 5 minutes just go and sit down.
But 5 minutes every day?
Every day.
And does it help so much, 5 minutes a day?
The results could be absolutely miraculous.
Really?
We're seeing much evidence of that, yes.
Okay, so this is more for people who are not meditating 25 minutes Zazen every day already.
People who are doing 25 minutes Zazen per day could try it for 5 minutes.
I
for
tried
example.
it.
You tried it. Oh, what happened?
It was different somehow and the same.
Different and the same. Okay, right.
But what is your experience with your, let's say, coachees? You're teaching this for so many years in so many different ways. What is your experience with the outcome at the people?
Right. Okay. So, a much greater sense of peace, a greater sense of energy, incredible energy. People become very aware, more connected to their nature, more connected to the universe that surrounds them, basically. Because the fact is in reality, there is no disconnection.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. But we feel disconnected. And
Yes.
what's about this search of happiness, this search for success, this search for love? Does it help to meditate? Does it get the people happier?
People have all kinds of ideas about what happiness is, what love is, what success is, most of the time these are mental constructs, actually. And people chase after these ideas, but actually it's not. The reason why happiness seems to be so momentary for many people, and when they get to the things they desire, is because simply it was a construct in the first place.
In the first place, what is really important? Then happiness is not so important. What is the real important point?
Happiness comes as a result
Of
no longer chasing after false constructs.
Okay, and what is the real construct?
There is no real construct.
And what are you chasing for?
I'm not.
So the result is not to chase
Correct.
for anything.
That's right.
Okay, and what is at the end there? Nothing?
The thing that's getting in the way is you. So as soon as that you is out of the way, then you're connected back to the whole universal nature again.
Okay, how do you feel if you're really connected? Are you enlightened?
Everything you see and everything that you can reach out and touch, you can already feel.
Okay.
You look at a wall and you can feel the wall. You look at the grass, you can feel the grass. You look at the sky and you can feel the sky. You look at the trees and you feel the vibrations in your own body are basically the vibrations of everything that's around you. So as soon as something comes into your orbit, another person, an animal, whatever, you can immediately feel your connection to that thing.
Did
Because
you-
there is no separation.
Did you feel disturbed by this noise we just
No,
experienced?
no,
No?
no,
Not at all?
not at all.
Okay. So what do you recommend people if they are disturbed by noise,
By noise?
too many people, by too much stress, by
Okay.
too much of everything? Yeah.
Okay, so once again, everything that surrounds you is an extension of you anyway. Even from a sort of quantistic point of view, you can say that everything that we perceive is actually an aspect of the self being mirrored back to the self. If you're being disturbed by anything, you're being disturbed by an aspect of something that exists within you,
Okay.
because it's that observer-observed equation again.
Okay.
So essentially speaking, if there's a noise, if you have trained yourself in present moment awareness to just simply sit and listen to sounds, you accept the sounds for what they are. You no longer attach labels to those sounds. So the sound of a plane is a sort of form of energy which just happens to be somewhere near to us. If there's a pneumatic drill while you're walking down the road and a workman is drilling the road, normally we might be fragile and it would affect our nervous system in quite a bad way. But if we've been used to listening to sound in the present moment, we absorb that sound. Or should I say, we have no resistance to that sound, because that sound is already part of a continuum from the inside to the outside. There is no difference between you and it. And in actual fact, if you get into that level of awareness, then something which would normally be a disturbing sound can actually end up being a source of energy.
Okay.
So if your energy is low and you hear a very loud noise, it can actually make you feel very energetic.
we just use this disturbing noise to talk about it,
Yes.
to get a theme. Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
So, so do you think that everything outside of you is kind of a reflection of you just said, of yourself? So this is the system of reflection always, but there should be something which is maybe not caused by yourself.
Well, okay, let me answer
You know
that
what I
question.
mean,
I
yeah?
do indeed. So let me answer that question by saying, what is the real self that's experiencing it anyway? What is this thing that we call the self?
Okay.
Because the thing is the self, we have the little self, the self that goes to work and does the ordinary job in life, and we have the little self, and then we have the greater self.
Okay.
It's what some of the ancients would call the microcosm and the macrocosm. There's our small self and our large self. And that large self is, well, it's not even what we call, the self we normally call the self is the small self, right? So
Okay.
hopefully that answers the question.
I think we can talk a lot more. That's enough for today because the time is over.
Thank you.